I'm Chas, and today we're going to be making a bunch of things to do with clothespins. So thank you Hometalk for having me, and thank you all for being here. As I get started, why don't you tell me where you are watching from? So this is just a really simple little craft that we're going to make first. This is a mirror. It was actually part of a locker mirror that was magnetic, and the rest of it fell apart. So you could still use the background for this, but this will be a great project for kids or grandkids this summer. And then I took, this is going to be hard to see, but I put a piece of fish line through this little piece right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip, and you could color. We're going to talk about different ways, but you're just going to take and put your clothespins around your mirror. And again, if you have kids and grandkids who need something to do because it's summertime, this is a great little easy project to do. And then again, I would emphasize, I like the natural look of wood, but you know, they have a lot of fun coloring things. Different ways to take care of clothespins, whether it's dyeing them or gluing on them or painting them, etc. So just going around in a circle here like that, and then you've kind of created a sun. At least that's what I was calling it, but you can make it into a flower as well. So it's pretty simple, easy craft for people to make. And again, paint this. What color would you color this? Would you paint this? What color might you paint this? So if you like this, send some likes or some emojis. I love emojis. But there's just a really simple project to get started with some clothespins you might have hanging around. So I'll move on to the next one. We have a giveaway today, and it's for a tote bag. And the question for the giveaway is, what have you DIY'd with clothespins? So enter that and share this live video with someone else or on your own page to be eligible. And I'd love to know all the things that you've made. Okay, you can get clothespins a lot of places. Some of you might have them already. The dollar store sells them in packs of 36 for $1. This is a pack of 50 from Walmart. This sells for about $1.22. They have a 100 pack that sells for $1.88. So, you know, the higher quantity, the lower the price goes. Don't get them from the craft section. I guarantee you're going to pay twice as much if you get them from the craft section. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'm going to put this up because you'll probably want to see this. We're going to work on this first one right here. So the first thing we're going to do here is called food coloring dye. So what I'm going to do is just show you how to do it. I'm going to take 2 cups of water and put it in this container. And again, you can, you have a bigger batch you're going to be doing, just double the batch. And then I'm going to take this vinegar, and in the 2 cups of water, I'm going to add 1 cup of vinegar and put that in there. And the next one I'm going to do is food coloring. So just good old food coloring. And then you pick what color you want, mix or match. It's just like a color wheel. You want to make purple, you mix and match. But you're just going to put that in there. And you're going to make that as dark as you kind of want it to be. I'm going to use this glove because it is a dye, and I don't really want my hands to change colors. So, as we move into summertime, what are your favorite things to do in the summer? I guess some of you guys are probably moving into winter, so you could answer that. What do you like to do in the winter? I took apart the clothespin, and the reason why is because there's vinegar in here, I don't want the metal to rust. So I'm going to put now this clothespin in here, and what's going to happen is it's going to need to sit in here for 24 hours, but this clothespin, because it's wood, is going to soak in this water mixture, and it's going to take on the color. But it's going to look more like a stained effect rather than a vivid effect, if that makes sense. So that's how simple that is. Put in as many as you want. You just want the water to cover all of your clothespins. So let me take this off. We'll set it aside. We'll see how dark it is by the end of the show. But again, that's how easy that is, and a lot of that stuff you have right in your own home, which I love. So what color would you make? here are some that are done. So after you let those sit for 24 hours, you take them out and you let them all dry. Here's some of the ones that were that red color. I made purple, I made blue, and so I've got a bunch of different ones here. And what I did with them is I made them into coasters for some of the dance teachers that I work with for Teacher Appreciation Week a while back. So let me just show you how to do that. So there are so many different ways. You just take your clothespins apart and you want to just have fun with them because, you know, I think I came up with 3 or 4 designs besides just this basic one. I'm going to show you the basic one, but you could just, any way you want. It's just fun to kind of come up with all the different ways that you can make them and color them and shape them, and you can make different trivets with that as well. See, I need a purple one. So I'm just sticking these back together. You could put the metal back on if you wanted to, and then use these to hang things up. Now the one thing that you will want to be careful of if you are dyeing things is I would not hang clothes with them, again, because this is a dye, and when you dye things, of course, dye can come out of it once it's wet, just like clothing will take on a form. So I'm just gonna take these now. And this is just good old hot glue, but if you want it to be more sturdy, then you could use E6000 or another adhesive of your choice. My glue is out. I'm gonna have to get some more. Oh look, I have one that's a different size than the other. That's kind of fun. So again, you could come up with different shapes that you'd want to do this, different patterns. It was kind of fun to do that. And they'll put a post, Hometalk will put a post up for you guys to see. So if you want to see the different ones I made with these, you can definitely do that. And see the probably that anywhere. So what colors would you pick if you were doing this? I was really pleased with the way the color came out. I wasn't sure the first time I did this what it would look like. There we go. So again, I have an oddball in there, but they would normally be all the same size. And then say you've got your coffee mug or whatever, you would just set, give that away or make a set of those. And again, just having fun with the different ways. I think I had some that were flip-flop back and forth and all of that. So if you like that, please send likes and emojis. Love those. And share this with anybody you think might enjoy learning how to dye clothespins naturally with, well, I shouldn't say natural, it's still food color, but with things that you have in your own home is what I mean. So thank you again for being here. If you're tuning in late, we are making things with clothespins today. We're going to be doing a huge variety of all kinds of things. So I'm going to move this dye out of the way. We'll come back to it later and see how it did take 24 hours to dye, just so everybody does know. All right, so we are going to move on to a bunch of different things to do with clothespins. These are all, again, if you have kids, grandkids that are, summer's about coming and you're going to be having them all home, some of these projects will be great for them to do too. You can always make them more elaborate or less elaborate. So first I'm going to start with this plain one right here. And you can paint clothespins with acrylic paint, with spray paint, kind of whatever you want. And I'm going to take this magnet here, and I would maybe paint the whole thing first, but we're just going to paint the side that you all will see. So this magnet, I'm going to put on this back side right here. You can use hot glue to enforce it. This one already had tape on it. The stronger the magnet, the more this is going to be able to hold, just so everybody knows that part of it too. And then, actually we'll use this tape this time. So this is just some Scotch colorful tape, and you can just take that and stick that on there. Wrap it around, you can trim it up. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. You can glue it. So now what I have is a magnetic clothespin that I can hang on my refrigerator and put like a note right? Like a note on your refrigerator, a reminder on your, maybe if your door is metal. My front door happens to be metal. So if my kids are needing to remember, say their clarinet or something for school, they can just clip this on the front door with the reminder note. So if you had one, what would you use a magnetic clothespin for? What kind of reminders would it help you with, or would you use it for a menu? What would you use that for? So this is a magnetic clothespin, just to hang wherever you might need reminders. All right, so then, now we're gonna paint. So I just have, again, spray paint, acrylic paint. This is just plain old blue acrylic paint. I'm just gonna take that, paint that right on there. Paint as much as you want or as little as you want. Now, if you are gonna let your kids or grandkids help you with a project, or nieces, nephews, etc., the one thing I will say about acrylic paint is it washes off of hands just fine, but it does stain clothes. So you'll want to, you know, put them in a little smock, or I've used trash bags that you cut a hole in and put over them with arms cut through, and then you have like a little smock for them that if they get paint onto, you can throw it away if you make it a giant mess. But you just paint that on like that and just takes it on. You could stain them with wood stain. Spray painting is fast. Again, so real simple, by hand, spray paint again. Okay, so now what I am gonna do with this, I'm gonna miss my fingers here, hopefully a little bit. You would let this dry entirely. Again, you can paint inside here if you want, kind of as much or as little. These can be turned into animals, and like you can, I don't know if you can see it, but if you made like eyes up here and a mouth on the side, it's an alligator. So, I mean, dragonflies, alligators, lots of fun with clothespins for kids. I've got a little glitter glue here. And then what I'm gonna do is squirt the glitter glue on top. I'm not really gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna spread that on there, too. And you can use real glitter, and the glitter glue dries clear, except for the glitter part. So, and then I'll show you. My kids made these several years ago for Christmas. So this is their painting here with the glitter. They made spots and all kinds of things on it. And then what we gave these away for were chip clips. So, you know, you got your corn chips, your potato chips, different bags that you've opened that you need to seal closed. And then the kids made these for all the relatives. And then, again, you could paint these and turn these into magnets and put their artwork on them as well. So let them have fun with it. Or if they're yours, make them as beautiful as you want them to be. And then you've got great chip clips for the summer for all your snacks when you're going places, just with some simple clothespins. So if you like that idea, please share that with anybody you think would like that. And I got two more actually, really simple ideas. Here's another clothespin. This is just that diamond ribbon. And I'm just gonna cut that down the center here. So again, this is just diamond ribbon from the dollar store, but you could definitely use just regular ribbon too. And then I'm going to take a strand of hot glue like that, and then I'm going to stick this on there like that. So I've already done that to the other side here, as you'll see. And then what I would use this for, and again, any ribbon works. You can use the fancy ribbon. But then you get a little place card, and then you're going to stick your place card in there, and then you set that on your dining room table for when you're having guests over. Does anybody have any events they're going to this summer? Weddings? I'm sure there's been some graduations lately, but what events are you attending this summer? Could you use this idea for something? If you could, save it to your own page or share it with somebody who maybe has something that they would think that this is a great table number display, something easy, something fun. And of course, I always love those likes and emojis if you're willing to share those with me as well. And then we're going to move that aside, and we're going to move on to another one. This one we did actually in my daughter's room, so we've got one ready to show you. But this is just ribbon, and you can hang it sideways, up and down, your choice. This would work great for holiday cards, when you get holiday cards and different things like that. And then you're just gonna take, at least for ours, what we did for them, but again, as elaborate as you want, your favorite stickers, paint, whatever you want, and then you just get your clothespins, and then you put your stickers on them, right? So like this one, I'm gonna use the purple one since this ribbon is red, so you'll see it a little bit better. And depending upon which way you're gonna hang this ribbon, you know, will determine which way you want the sticker. So if you're gonna hang it a certain way, you know, you'll want maybe them going this way if the card is gonna hang this way, or you're gonna wanna put that a different way. So you're gonna cut this ribbon the length that you want, and you're gonna hang it up, and you're gonna use these to display the different cards that you're getting for either the winter, holiday seasons, birthdays, and then I'll have my daughter Brielle, she's filming today, so thank you, Brielle. She's gonna go over here and we'll show you, this is hers. It hangs up and down in her room, and she just had her 16th birthday, so she's had this, gosh, we were trying to decide how long she has had this hanging in her room. We used to have a little American Girl Club. They'd bring their dolls over and we made a craft every week, and they made this probably in elementary school, and again, she's 16, so she uses this for Valentine's Day, birthdays, holidays, you name it, she's put it up in her room and changed it up all these years. And we just have a little thumbtack holding it up against the wall, and hers hangs up and down, as you can see. So if you like that and you think you could use that, again, it's great for, you know, all those holidays that you get cards for too, or graduation time just came up, and you know, you've got graduation time and you get all these cards and you kind of want to display them for a while, you know. So if you like that, please send some likes and some emojis, and if you know somebody who could use that, please share it, or if you want to share it on your own page, it's always appreciated. And what would you hang on your ribbon? Do you have special cards that you think do you have any ideas I missed? Any other ideas I should add? Wedding cards? When my daughter was born, I actually hung all her baby shower cards in her room too, so that we had those up on display. Okay, picture frame. And this is just one I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And then I've got my clothespins here. Again, color them your choice. And I'm just putting on here a little strip of hot glue. I might not get this super even, but doing the best when you do live TV, right? I think I did that on the wrong side. Let me do that up here a little higher. The great thing about hot glue is if you mess it up, you can try again. I love hot glue for that reason. I did it again. It's because I'm doing it upside down. All right, very simple, right? I'll show you a more elaborate one in 1 second, but this is very simple. Now I can hang this by my front door, and we can put our keys in it, like that. I just want to make sure these are dry before I pick it up. There we go. Use it to hang your keys. Friends come over, they all hook their keys in it. You have your own keys in it for whatever reason, or use it for something else. I'm going to make another one now, and I'm going to show you all the uses that you could use for it. So let me move this one aside. Let me get this vinegar out of the way. We don't need that, or the food coloring anymore. So that was that one. Now this one is going to be Walmart. It was ready to go, just like this, but you could make your own chalkboard board or paint it or whatever you want. So same thing, I'm going to just stick my clothespins, again, paint them, color them, glitter them. I just told Brielle before we started the show, I should have made a glitter one. Glitter always makes things better, right? All right, before I tell you all my ideas, if you made one of these signs, what are some ideas that you would use this to hang things with? And again, if you have, say you're going to do this and you're going to hang some heavier things, like keys can be kind of heavy. If you're going to hang this, you might use a stronger glue, and that's okay. Welcome to do that. So what are some of the ideas you would use this to hang things for in your home? All right, I think I can get 2 more on there. Again, you wouldn't have to put this many on here, but it just depends upon what you're going to use it for. Oops, I just knocked the place card over. Okay, so there you go. Simple like that, right? And then because this is a chalkboard, I can use it for a bunch of different things. So I might say, I think I'm spelling this wrong. Isn't there another E in there? J-E-W?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, my spelling. I need to erase. There we. Now I can't spell. Oh my gosh. Help me spell it, Brielle.
I think you had it right.
J-E-W-E-L-R-Y? E-R-Y.
So.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm drawing a blank. Now I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. Okay, forget it. Pretend like it says jewelry because I'm nervous. Okay. All right. It says jewelry. It does. Forgive me, everyone. All those nerves now coming out. So jewelry, the other idea I had was, this is one of the ones I would maybe use it for in my laundry room. My F is a little messed up there, but maybe lost and found, right? Sometimes you end up with a missing sock, so you have your missing socks that you hang from here. The other ideas I had was scarves. The other idea was keys. And then I also thought of it's wintertime and you've got wet mittens and you want them to dry, so you clip your hat and your mittens on some of these. Of course, you might spread them out further for something like that, and it just says drying. So you can change this up kind of as whatever you need it to be, and just, a damp cloth will clean that right up like that. And then you can use this for so many different things. You can make more than one of these and then hang them in the different places. So what would you use yours for? What kind of things? I knew you were putting guesses out there too, but now that you've seen it to its entirety, what would you hang yours with? And if you liked the ideas of these two things, great. Please share that with someone who might, or if you want to share it on your own page to remember it for later, please do that. And then I always love the likes and the emojis. Thank you for giving them to me. I appreciate them. I get to see them later. And if you do ask questions, I do go back later. You'll see it come up as Chas's Crazy Creations, and I will put all the answers that I can down when I get to them later. Okay. One more project. Some of you guys might have seen this today. It was on the newsletter, and it was on the Facebook page today. All right, this is just an ice cream bucket. I saved this for all of you guys to see. Looks like disgusting in there, but what that is inside there is just this RIT dye, which is yellow, and water. So I threw all of these in there. Okay, here's the original color, right? The original color. And then I put them in the bucket, filled it with water so they were totally covered, and then I added 2 tablespoons of the RIT dye. Now, I'm going to teach you the lesson that I learned the hard way. These need to be shaken up. You can use the powder stuff too. It works just as good. You got to shake it up and put it in there, because I don't know if you can see all the layers of stuff in there, but I forgot, and I had to put more in there because I forgot to do that and they weren't dyeing. So this you only let to sit, let me move that out of the way, for 4 hours. And then you put them out to dry, and you just leave them till they're dry, and they will come out any color. Any color they make in RIT dye, you can make any color. I was originally going to make a daisy today for you guys, but I have a white door and realized my daisy wasn't going to show up. So this is yellow, again, any color you want. Sports themes, any holiday, anything. This is a wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And then what I'm going to do is show you how to make it, and then we'll fast forward. So, clothespins, last ring. They're loose. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That part's going to set on the back of your door anyways, and the next level is going to hold it into place. So, this wreath, this form was from the Dollar Tree. I think it's a 14 inch, yes, 14 inches. And this wreath took me I should make you guess. That's a really good idea. How many clothespins, unless you already saw it today, no cheating. How many clothespins do you think it's going to take to make this wreath? Guess first. That'll be more fun. We have any guesses yet, Bea?
No.
Okay. All right, so this will go all the way around. Very bottom one. And go like this. So it's just going over, you don't worry about the middle one. There's four wires here, and you're just gonna take this and cover the top two like that, okay?
We got 150 to 200, 150, 180, 34, 75.
Good, keep the guesses coming. Keep them coming. I'll tell you, I promise.
200.
You guys are close though. We'll tell you that. Okay, so did you see how the 2 layers are here? Okay, you'll do this after you dye them. Unless you just want it plain like this. I think that's kind of cool too to hang up in a laundry room. So 2 layers, very simple. And again, these move, but when you hang it against your door, it'll be stable. Because I've had mine hanging up for a while now. And when you're done, it'll look like this. And I'm not done yet. So this is what it looks like, the 2 layers. And then what I did, where'd my paper plate go? I'm gonna use my paper plate here. I just used this brown acrylic paint. Now, if you wanted to, this layer right here, go get some brown dye and just dye this whole layer too. You don't have to do what I'm gonna do. You make it yours, dye 2 levels, and then you have, and those who you don't know, I guess, in, I think it was Australia. I had a question from Australia today. What RIT dye was? Maybe, oh no, it was Germany. RIT dye is a clothing dye, but obviously you can use it to dye and do so many other things. So clothespins, and I've seen people paint wood with it, all kinds of stuff. Okay, again, don't hang your clothes with these after you dye them because it'll probably stain your clothes. All right, so then just taking one of these, I'll just show you what I did. So pretty simple. I just painted, I have blue on there, sorry. Sorry, still blue from the other paint. Just taking that like that, and then I just painted up, and then I was trying to make it look a little soft, I guess, if that's the right word, guys, for the edge. You know, sunflowers, the brown stuff in the middle is kind of fuzzy. So then I was just kind of, you know, flicking this up like that to just kind of give it that soft look. So that's kind of what this edging on mine is trying to replicate, but you could make it as solid as you want. You could dye these again if that's easier for you, then go ahead. Some people will say, why did you dye it? Just spray paint it. Whatever you want. You can use any of those choices at all. Okay, so then I just tied a piece of twine to the top to hang it with. Just put that right on that bar. And then I've got some burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And then I bought like a bunch of, you know, these bunch of daisy flowers here. And I pulled the tops off. And I'm gonna do this facing me because my upside down wasn't working so good earlier. So let me turn this so I can do it the right way. What flower would you make if you were gonna make this? I was gonna make a daisy, like I said, but then I got a little nervous that the door was white and I'd never see it. So what's your favorite flower? What color, what kind of thing would you make? Just a little hot glue here. And I'm just gonna stick that down here to the clothespins. And then I glued this right to the bow, of course. And then maybe put some glue on this one. Maybe I'll put him in there like that. And then one more. Like that. And then there you go. Pretty easy, not very expensive. Again, okay, so my number, just so you know, was 156. So a 100 pack of clothespins from Walmart was $1.88, then another $1 for the next 50 or so. And then, you know, you got your dollar store flowers, your burlap, and your twine. And I've got myself a sunflower wreath. So I'd love to hear what you would make though, because I might get some ideas from you guys, because I'm always wanting to make more stuff. Okay, so we are about to wrap up here. So we're about to get the winner. Last chance to get in on the giveaway. What have you DIY'd with clothespins? Let's recap what we did. And before I forget, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another live, because there's so much you can learn from all these lives. So many different people make so many wonderful things. And there will be another live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll be back next week to do some more for you guys. And again, thank you for having me. All right, so we started with the fun project for you or your kids. Again, you decide what you want to do to the clothespins. Leave them plain, paint them, glitter them, tape them, your choice. So this was just like a little sun, mirror sun. We learned how to dye clothespins with food coloring, and this is a coaster. We made chip clips with paint and glitter. We made a magnet to hang up memos. We made a place card. We also made, the card holder. And then we made the signs with the, oops, I lost a clothespin. See, stronger glue. That was the one I glued in the wrong place. But you can write, again, with chalk, whatever you want, and turn this into jewelry, scarves, missing socks, drying, and then, or you use a sign that you find, or you could put a picture, like a family picture in here, and each person's keys would be on the picture. That would be kind of fun. And then we also made I think that's everything. Lastly, we made the sunflower wreath out of the clothespins too. So again, thank you for having me here. Thank you for being here. If you like any of these ideas, please share with anyone you think might be able to use some of these ideas, or any kids that might need something to do this summer, or grandkids. And thank you, Hometalk, for having me. And do we have a winner, Brielle?
It's Pamela.
Oh, Pamela, congratulations. So happy for you. Again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. So thanks for being here. Bye.